for the fact that Joe Biden is just so old already, you know.
He's old, brother.
He's damn old. And yeah, you can't have the leader of a country looking like a grandfather who's like. What's up?
And welcome to our coffee shop. I'm your host, Media Long, and welcome to another episode of the KopiBros Show presented by the Chit Podcast Network. And for those of you that are tuning in via YouTube or any sort of podcasting platform, hi again. Thank you so much for giving us a try, for giving us a listen. We're just a bunch of Singaporeans that are happy to be in
2024. Give me the New Year luck.
Once again, I'm joined by the dragon of the Chit Chatter. I'm joined by Mr. Brendan. Brendan, how are you doing?
I'm doing not that bad.
Yeah, you're going through some stuff at home, correct?
Yeah. I just realized over Christmas I had me and Amanda had COVID. And then after that, after New Year's, my son barely has a fever. I'm just like, why?
Why during this season?
Let this be over 2023.
Actually, you're born year of monkey, right?
Yeah.
You're a water monkey, if I'm not wrong, correct?
It seems like it, yeah. Because you're a water rooster. Yeah, you're a water rooster, correct.
Yes. Like Year of the Dragon, right? But it really feels like a lot of people they're trying to give birth in the Year of the Dragon. A lot of babies.
Yeah, there really is a lot. I don't know, but somehow or another, I feel just coincidental. But at the same time, there are a lot of people who are pandang, who are like more that they believe in these auspicious things. They really do. But I don't feel it's a lot. But it's just that so happens a lot of my friends they also when I have a baby next year.
I also know a lot of friends, right, that they are trying to have their second kid just to get the dragon year lah. Because I mean, technically, you have to wait another 12 years for another cycle, so it's like I understand the meaning of it lah. Why specifically the dragon is so important? It's just because it's like a very lucky thing, right? Correct?
Yeah, you have an easy life, something like that lah. I remember it's something that to do if you have a very easy life in the future.
But you know what? Just nice, right? Chinese New Year is around the corner, right? So for that podcast, we'll do it like some zodiac stuff lah.
Yeah.
But if you looked at our thumbnail, you will know that this week we're going to be putting on our clairvoyant glasses and making some big predictions for 2024. Now, as you know, there are a ton of big things that are going to be happening in 2024. In 2023, there wasn't really a lot of highly anticipated events. It was a lot of things that just suddenly happened. This year, to be honest, right, to start the year, not looking good. Quite a lot of sad stuff is happening. You see the airport stuff also in Japan.
Then the plane exploded. I was just like, at first I thought that everybody, confirm everybody is gone. But then I realized, at least somehow or another they evacuated the entire crew. All the passengers.
In time, right?
Yeah.
It wasn't even landing, right? It was taking off. Is it correct?
Yeah, they crashed against the coastal guard plane. I was just thinking, how?
Wow.
Yeah.
Crazy, yeah. And then also, in Korea, do you see the assassination attempt? Wow, it's like a crazy start to the year so far. But okay, without spoiling anything, right? Looking forward, considering that this year is going to be a year that is going to be full of different type of events. What do you think is going to be the biggest event of 2024?
It's either the Euros 2024 or the presidential elections.
Is there something flying around?
Yeah, there's this flew right in my face. I was just like, wow, you taking shit on me.
I agree with you, right? I think it'll be the elections though, because the amount of uncertainty that is involved is quite big.
Yeah. And somehow the sort of favorites are two people who shouldn't be running for, I don't know whether but to me it just shouldn't be running for presidents lah.
There's no one person that you feel this person is fit to be a president. It's
this person will probably lead correct. It's this person will lead the country to being great again, or this person is going to be such a great president. No, it's just Hima.
And then also like the elections, right? It's going to be throughout the whole year. So for like starting from February onwards, right, you get to see like they'll start campaigning and stuff like that. As you can see, right, we're going to be doing some predictions for 2024, some clairvoyant picks. Brandon, how well do you think you're going to do in our predictions?
I feel like my gut feeling has been on a roll. I think it's going to keep on rolling.
That's because of the Christmas.
yeah, the Christmas.
Let's look into the crystal ball and let's get right into some 2024 predictions. We said it in the opening, we're going to be doing some 2024 looking forward predictions. Because this is also a pop culture podcast, we tend to cover a lot of pop culture topics. We're going to be doing some big events of 2024 that are also pop culture related. So these are the 5 things that we're going to be covering. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 6 lah. 6 things that we're going to be covering for predictions for the course of 2024. And then at the end of the year, we will do a nice little like look back at our predictions and then see how accurate we were. Okay? So you know what, Brandon, right? You said you're going to be accurate throughout the whole year. We shall see. We shall see whether you'll be able to write scripts for The Simpsons.
I have the power!
So the categories we're going to be covering is the Grammys. Next up is the Oscars. Then, of course, we talked about it, the Euros 2024. And then also we have the fun, the Olympics. And then, of course, to end off the year, there is the US presidential election. Okay, first up in February, we're going to be having the Grammys. Okay. Interestingly enough, right, the Grammys, they have 3 big awards every year, which is, of course, Record of the Year, Album of the Year, Song of the Year. So these are the big 3. There is actually a big difference between Record of the Year and Song of the Year. Because going into it, I thought it was the same.
I honestly thought it was the same. So that's why I was like thinking, wouldn't it be the same song most of the time? But then I realized actually no.
Yeah. So it's not exactly the same. Record of the Year is specifically for award for the artists, the producers, and the sound engineering and the mixers. So it's really for like the record like the song itself like the music, the sound design, all this Song of the Year, right, is actually just meant specifically for songwriting purposes. So it's like they credit the songwriters So yeah, so slight difference. Record of the Year, I think, is more like the overall mix of the song, and then songwriting is more the lyrics and stuff like that That's why this LMFAO never win Song of the Year.
Hey, Red Food. Red Food.
I'm sexy and I know.
No.
Oh, what beautiful.
What the deep? How deep does this meaning go?
When I walk on by, girls look at me, damn
Like,
old fly.
Damn old fly. Like my.
Yes. All right. For the Grammys, also interestingly enough, right, the eligibility, right, is based on the year that the song became prominent. So it's like, like we do the drafts, right? We do specifically like, okay, if it's a 2000 song, right, means that it must come out in the year 2000.
2000. Yeah.
Yeah, but it doesn't work like that for the Grammy. So apparently how it works is that it can be released in 2022, right? But as long as it became prominent in 2023, it counts. You know what I mean?
They're trying to give chance to the a lot of the songs that are out in
later part of the year.
Later part of the year, correct. Yeah. Considering that they are also hosting it in February. Yeah.
Which is quite crazy because when you think about it, right, it's like it's a 2024 award show that you might give something to 2022. You know what I mean?
Correct.
Yeah, okay. Just before we go into the nominations, right? This is not going to be without controversy. I'm just going to say it first. There's a bit of controversial picks that are included in the nominations. First award is Record of the Year. So we talked about it just now, right? It's the whole shebang. It's the artist, producer, sound engineering, all this. The first song is Worship by John Batiste. Not Strong Enough by Boy Genius. Flowers by Miley Cyrus. What Was I Made For by Billie Eilish. On My Mama by Victoria Monet. Vampire by Olivia Rodrigo. And Kill Bill by SZA. And surprise, you got the Anti-Hero by Taylor Swift. If you're thinking like, this came out in 2023? No, it came out in 2022. Yeah.
And it was popular in 2022. It was like most of I don't understand.
Yeah, it was big in 2022 lah. Okay,
Yeah.
we're gonna ask it off here. Brendan, what is your prediction? What do you think is gonna win?
Honestly, I felt that like Taylor Swift shouldn't be here. Then it'll be a lot more exciting.
Yes, I agree. You should. I
Yeah,
feel that the same thing. It shouldn't be here, lah.
yeah. Because if not, with Taylor Swift here, right? I especially with the Eras tour going on, right? I feel like it's most likely going to Taylor Swift, lah.
Oh, really? For this
But
record deal?
to me, right, I really was actually considering thinking between two, right? It's Flowers and What Was I Made For.
Okay, because so both these songs, right, they're going to be nominated for a lot of different
Mm-mm.
categories, lah. The thing is, I really want Miley Cyrus to win because she hasn't won any Grammy before. If you look back into 2023, right, it is clear cut the most popular song of 2023.
Correct.
Okay, I feel that if this Miley Cyrus doesn't win Record of the Year, right, it will not win the Song of the Year. Yeah, which is the songwriting one. Because I don't feel that it's lyrically very...
Correct. Because honestly, for Song of the Year, right, later we'll talk about it. But then, yeah, correct. Because honestly, because the lyrics is based off of Bruno Mars songs, like the most prominent lyrics is all based off of Bruno Mars songs. So I can't say that it will win just by lyrics. It will win Song of the Year. So
for my personal take, right, I think that Miley Cyrus will win. I really do, because I feel that they need to give her an award, like one of the awards to win a Grammy, because she's one of the most high profile people that hasn't won.
So that's why I say I feel very unfair that they put Taylor Swift in this loop.
Yeah, I feel very unfair also.
Yeah, because Taylor Swift is like all the award shows that she goes, right? Is that like especially because of like popularity and everything. It's like honestly, if it's really based off 2023, I'd rather pick Flowers. Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? I'm with you, brother. I'm also gonna pick Flowers because of the fact that I think that she deserves, for 2023 specifically for that year, she's the most deserving of this award, lah. Yeah, it's compared to the rest. I mean, like the other songs like Vampire, the What Was I Made For, Kill Bill, all these songs, right? They are high profile, but it's not on the level of Flowers, lah. Okay. Next up is Album of the Year. The nominations are World Music Radio by Jon Batiste, The Record by Boy Genius, Endless Summer Vacation by Miley Cyrus, Did You Know There's a Tunnel Under the Ocean Boulevard by Lana Del Rey, The Age of Pleasure by Janelle Monáe, Guts by Olivia Rodrigo, Sauce by SZA, and then Midnights by Taylor Swift. Okay, I'm just going to say first, right? In preparation for this, I went to listen to a few of the albums. So, because I really wanted to give it a fair try.
Fair shot.
Yeah, so I listened to it mostly in its entirety while I was working. I think that this is the award that is the most like, I have no idea, like, because you know the Grammys, sometimes they give it to the most popular album that sold.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, so like for instance, Harry's House won last year because he sold the most albums. Billie Eilish also won a few years because he had the most like hits, and then. But the thing is that also Jon Batiste, who is like a lower profile, he's a very good musician, right? He won a few years ago. So it's like in that year that was like there were other more prominent artists lah. So I think unless the album is truly groundbreaking, right? In most cases, the best selling album most of the time wins lah. Yeah. So for you, Brandon, what do you think is your pick?
Midnight by Taylor Swift. I'm just like, I look at all the albums, I'm just like, honestly, other than one or two songs, but Midnight by Taylor Swift, I think majority of, especially all the Tay fans, right, they like, literally like almost to the point of worshipping they play on the entire album on repeat, like, I don't know how many years.
Yeah. But honest review, right? He's not deserving to win Album of the Year.
Like, we talked about this before, remember? We said that honestly, at the point of time, it was so hyped up. Like, oh my gosh, Taylor is back. This is a great album. And I'm just like, what is this shit? It's just like, as in, like, it's okay, but the thing is,
one great song.
Yeah, one great song. And that gets annoyingly stuck in your head. But other than that, everything was just like, oh, okay.
Lavender. I'm like, it's okay. Like, they'll be like,
honestly, she was the most popular in 2022. She wasn't like 2023 started. She was dying off already. So,
yeah.
Like, I feel it's slightly unfair.
But yeah, I more or less agree with you, right? I think Midnights will win just because I think that they have to give Taylor Swift a big award, lah. Yeah, because
she has to win, yeah.
Yeah, either this or she'll win the Song of the Year. But if I'm going by my honest opinion, right, I went to go and listen to the album, right. I feel that Jon Batiste's album and SZA's album is much better than Taylor Swift's album, lah. But I think based on the notoriety, the fact that it sold so many albums, right, yeah, we have to give it to Midnight. Next up, the last one is of course Song of the Year. The songs of the year is about the same as the first one, except that they added one or two different songs. So it's Worship by Jon Batiste again, Not Strong Enough by Boy Genius, Flowers by Miley Cyrus, What Was I Made For by Billie Eilish, On My Mama by Victoria Monet, Vampire by Olivia Rodrigo, Kill Bill by SZA, and Surprise Surprise Anti-Hero by Taylor Swift.
Stop it!
What are you picking, my friend?
Honestly, I really wish What Was I Made For wins this.
Yeah, I'm the same as you. I think that, and I think right that this will be an award that Billie Eilish will win.
Yeah, because honestly, lyrically and as well as like the lyrics really hit you lah for this song. It's like the song, the lyrics makes the song great together with like the way she sings it. It's like, and it's so much more meaningful compared to like the rest lah. I feel.
Yeah, and also because Billie Eilish, she's nominated for I think 6 different awards for this particular song. I think that she has to come off winning one of the big ones. Yeah. So I think that they'll most likely give Miley Cyrus the other award. They'll probably give Taylor Swift the album of the year. And then after Billie Eilish will probably get this.
Yeah.
All right. After the Grammys, interestingly enough, the next big event of the year is the Oscars in March. Okay, there are a ton of awards, but we're just going to focus on the main 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Which is best actor, best actress, best director, and best picture. At the moment, the nominees are not available, so this is just going to be based on personal opinions and what we think is going to be nominated lah. All right, Brandon, who do you think is going to win best actor? Is it Oppenheimer?
Yes. Cillian Murphy, yes. Without him, the show would be a lot more boring.
And I think, right, if you look at the movies that came out this year, right, clear cut. There's no other obvious choice. I'm sure that Leonardo DiCaprio will also get some nominations he'll get nominations for The Killers of the Flower Moon. Jeffrey Wright was in American Fiction, which is also very highly reviewed. Bradley Cooper also was in a Netflix movie. But to me, this is a clear-cut Cillian Murphy award lah. Plus the fact that this guy grinded his career for so long already. I think
like finally.
So I think Cillian Murphy is going to win this. Next up is Best Actress. Who do you think is going to win this award, my friend?
I really want Margot Robbie to win though. Yeah. I think it's tough, but she really embodied the Barbie, and she started she restarted the craze again. So I think it's quite okay to go with Margot Robbie.
I think she'll definitely get a nomination because she's deserving, and it's also a combination of a few things like the fact that it's directed by Greta Gerwig, who is she's always not nominated for Oscars lah. The only thing I feel right is because you haven't watched this movie.
The Killer of the Flower Moon, right? Lily Gladstone. Yeah. I feel like I hear that a lot of people put her as like clear number one. Considering
the fact that she's in the movie with Leonardo DiCaprio, Robert De Niro. The number one thing when people come out of that movie, right, they all say it's like, oh my god, that girl can act, that Lily Gladstone. I think there are a lot of good female performances, like Emma Stone in Poor Things. I thought she was very good. I thought if you watch Past Lives, right, the female actress Greta Lee, right, she was also very good. Sadly, right, this is the year that Lily Gladstone is going to win. And I think it's very clear cut. She's going to win. Okay, next up is Best Director. So who do you think is going to win, Brendan? It's a toss-up.
I feel like... Yes. I was going to say it's a toss-up between two. But it's because, to me, I would say the other one because I feel that I didn't watch the other one. So, like I said, I would say Christopher Nolan for Oppenheimer.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you know what, my friend? I agree. And it's not because I think that it's a better movie than Killers of the Flower Moon, but it's because he hasn't won one yet.
Oh.
Yeah. He hasn't won Best Director lah. So I think that they will give it to him because of the fact that it's like a very Oscar movie.
Yeah.
Plus, if you go into the behind the scenes of like the making of that movie, right? Like there's a lot of things like, okay, I filmed it on film. I didn't film it digitally. all of the flame effects are real. Like I really shot it. And there's no CGI in the whole movie.
Oh,
It's an Oscar wet dream.
Oscar.
Biopic World War One
Yeah.
movie.
Stop it!
No,
Don't
no
force me to pick
CGI.
you. Don't force me.
Okay, so now we're gonna go on to Best Picture, the last one. I'm gonna say first, right, that in most cases, I went to see, right, in about 75% of the time, whoever wins Best Director, right, most of the time will win Best Picture. But it's not always the case, because if you look at it, like Ben Affleck, right, he didn't even get nominated for Best Director for Argo. But the Argo won Best Picture, which is complete bullshit lah. Like Gladiator for Ridley Scott also, he didn't win Best Director, but in the end Gladiator won for Best Picture. So with that logic, right, I think that this is the year that Oppenheimer will not win Best Picture because I feel he's not deserving of Best Picture. Yeah, but I feel that okay, if you go Best Director, right, Nolan win. So I think Killers of the Flower Moon, right, will likely win Best Picture.
Best Picture.
Because it's like a Martin Scorsese production, the fact that everyone loves Martin Scorsese, the Oscars love Martin Scorsese.
Yeah, Leonardo DiCaprio is inside. Robert De Niro is inside. Yeah. Honestly, I also feel that it's going to be Killers of the Flower Moon because of how like literally almost every category will like have one person from Killers of the Flower Moon.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
Plus the fact that like it's so rave about and
it's a toss up between the two. If I have to touch my heart, which movie is better? I think Killers of the Flower is a much better movie lah. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Yeah, that's
touch my heart, maybe Barbie.
John Wick 4 should be winning. If you don't write calories, Next off, we're moving off to the sports stuff. All right, this is the element that we're going to be like our best element. Now, interestingly enough, right, the Euros, the football Euros, right, and the Olympics, right, they're going to be running at the same time, which which is going to be a good thing. You know what I mean? Like,
but the thing is, for Olympics, they also have Olympic soccer, right? So how are they going to do that?
Okay, so how Olympic soccer normally works, right, is that they pick like under a certain age, and then you're allowed like one person that is above the age limit lah. That's why Danny Alves go back a few years ago. The previous World Cup. First off, right, the first one that starts first is actually the Euros, and it's also the first one that ends lah. Because the Olympics it goes on for about 2 months. The football kaki, I'm sure they'll be doing some extensive detailed predictions about when the Euro kick off, who's going to win the groups and all this but we're not going to do that shit it's too much. So me and Brendan, right, we have like decent enough football knowledge to like sort of have a feel of like who's going to be winning the tournament. Okay, some top ranked nations that are going into the Euros are as follows. France is number 1, number 2 is Portugal, number 3 is England, number 4 is Belgium, number 5 is Spain, number 6 is Turkey, number 7 is Netherlands, and number 8 is Hungary, interestingly enough. Now, Brendan, we're going to predict 2 things. First off, we're going to predict who is going to make it to the finals. And then after that, we're going to predict who is going to win it. Okay? So personally, Brendan, who do you think will make the finals?
Wow, personally, I really want Portugal to go to the finals. Ronaldo for one last time. What a great way to end off like the end era. You know, like Messi winning the World Cup, then Ronaldo winning the Euros. That would be like what a great end to like what a legendary era. But
but do you think that they'll make the final?
Honestly, I'm hoping. I feel like there is a chance, but they're not my top 2 picks lah. Yeah.
Oh, they're not your top 2 picks. Wow.
Yeah.
What's the reason why you don't think that they're not your top 2 picks? Because the other teams are better, or do you feel that they're lacking something?
They're lacking something lah. And the thing is, Cristiano Ronaldo is in a very weird spot. He is past his prime, but Portugal is so used to playing with him.
With Ronaldo.
Yeah, correct. It's a very weird transition now. So I don't know how they're going to transition from like everybody just pass the ball to Ronaldo, just get Ronaldo to do everything, but he's old as shit now. It's like he still can do things, but the thing is he's not really there at his prime where he can do everything again. And like wow, he can score a last minute free kick and like wow, like shock everybody. I believe he can still do certain things, but like he can't do it all. But then at the same time, there are quite a few Portugal players, Portugal players. They are good, but at the same time, I feel some of them have quite bad attitude problems. And
we're talking about Bruno.
We don't talk about Bruno.
No.
The very good players are relatively much younger. There's no middle, then there's Ronaldo. Because
Actually, bro, right? I'm looking at the squad now. It's damn stacked there.
is it?
Yeah, okay. So it's like they can play a midfield of probably it'll be Ruben Neves, Bernardo Silva, and then they can probably play Paulinha, they can play Bruno Fernandes, they have Jota, they have Cancelo.
Jota, yes.
Yeah, they have
Cancelo.
Otavio, Vitinha, Martinez Nunes, Dalo. Yeah, they have actually a solid team lah.
Yeah, Nelson Semedo also. Wow.
Yeah, Semedo.
Joe Felix.
Semedo.
Semedo.
Bruh.
They somehow or another, right? I feel like it's weird to say this, but they would have a higher chance, right?
If you don't play.
Yeah. I feel part of me feels like that way, you know. But he has to play. That's one reason why you want him to want Portugal to win is because he is there. I feel like of course the number one, the favourites France.
Yeah, France has to be there lah.
France has to be there. If they don't, right, honestly they should just quit football lah.
Yeah, brother, they should just quit football, man. Like really.
What the hell is their team is insane I don't even understand how they can even lose the World Cup. I don't understand. But I blame the World Cup, right? It's because on like COVID. Some of them got COVID and like Messi was just really then disgusting. But Kylian Mbappe, wow, like it's really his time to shine. It's like a time where like he can say like let me take over this new era. You know?
They have Mbappe, they have and then the interesting thing, right, is like the previous World Cup was like Pogba and Kante, but both of them aged already.
Yes.
But it's okay, like factory reset. Now we got the Kamavinga, Chouameni.
yeah. They have Upamecano, Koundé, Dembele.
Yeah, Dembele.
Saliba is also not bad.
Yeah, Griezmann, Diaby, Theo Hernandez. Plus, we also don't know whether Benzema will play or not. So, who is your other team that's going to make the finals?
I really feel like this will make a damn nice finals. It will be finally England.
Yes, brother.
Yes.
I feel so too, bro.
Yeah.
It's good, bro.
Yeah, and that's what's good. Like a lot of the younger players, right, matured into becoming like great players.
And
like Saka,
Yeah, Saka. Yeah, Foden. Yeah, Madison.
Grealish.
Grealish. Yeah.
And somehow or another, Harry Maguire plays better when he's playing for England. I don't understand why.
Yeah, just somehow that's how it works. And also I think it's like they have this nice blend now where it's like they have a lot of young players and then they also have like those like just about to reach 32, 30, like that age lah. So like Harry Kane is still like
Harry Kane, yes. You got Jude Bellingham. Wow.
Ooh. Brother.
What a man.
Hey, Jude. Okay, if these two are in the finals, right, who do you think is going to win?
France. Please. Don't disappoint. It was really so sad to see them lose like the World Cup
final.
Yeah, when they were such clear favourites to win the World Cup. It was really a fairy tale ending. And it was a fairy tale game. Like Kylian Mbappe coming. Wow. I was just like, what? He's a legend. Like, not like he was creating his own legend. No one has got a hat trick like during the finals of a World Cup. But then like
I agree with you, right? France should win the Euros. Even though I don't want them to. I rather England win. Like, I'm not confident in Southgate as a manager. So it's like that's the thing. Like they have the talent, right? But I don't know whether they have the tactical nous to go and win it. So we shall see. But I think safe to say we'll both pick France to win it.
Yeah, France, England, France. Yeah.
France.
Portugal, come on! The dark horse.
I would love it for Portugal to win as well. It'd be a nice if it's also like France and Portugal in the final, it would also be them shock. Alright. Next up is the Olympics. The Olympics. I don't know what's the song. What song? Right?
I don't know. I have no idea.
Oh yeah. JJ. I would like to ask, as Singaporeans, right? Interestingly enough, Joseph Schooling, who has been in a decline recently, his NS is going to finish sometime in January this year. So like maybe you don't know when lah. Which will leave him about 6 months to train for the Olympics. And to be honest, right, he has been quite undecided on whether he wants to go. Now, Brendan, as a Singaporean, right, as our only gold medalist in the Singaporean history, do you think he's going?
He's going, but he's not going to win. I think irregardless, either way, he's not going to win. Yeah. Whether he go or not go, yeah.
The thing about him now, right, is that he's 28 years old. the next Olympic cycle that he'll have, right, is when he's 32, which is like past the swimming prime.
Yeah, past the prime. Yeah.
Past the prime, which is a bit hard. I mean, like, Michael Phelps is the anomaly. I'm going to be honest here, Brandon, right? I don't think he's going.
Yeah. No, I feel like, especially with how he was in the previous Olympics and how disappointed he was, I feel like if he goes, right, and he loses, right, the backlash is not, I feel like the backlash is not worth it.
If he misses this Olympics, right, and goes at 32 and he doesn't do well, right, there's the fallback of the
I'm older already. Yes.
Yeah.
It's unlucky. But honestly, if he really have that drive, right, and he's thinking about his career as a swimmer, right, he should go like, honestly.
But do you think that he has the drive to compete anymore?
No, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, you see, he makes so much money after that doing for all the stupid advertisements and everything. After he won, he made enough money already. And then after he got so fat, dude, Milo cow, like me.
He already achieved what he wanted to achieve.
Yeah,
he do the impossible for Singapore.
Yeah, and to be his hero. And like after he won, he's just like, oh, okay.
Yeah, it's like I did it. You know what I mean? Like I did the two things that I thought that I wanted to do in my life, which is I beat my hero and I won a gold medal for my country, which is like incredible feat. Yeah. So there's also a saying in boxing, right? It's very hard to get up and run on concrete, right? When you wake up in silk sheets. Because it's like I'm comfortable already. I don't really
correct.
And the fact that if he has to second guess himself, right? I'd rather you just don't go.
It's true. It should be a clear cut. It should be a clear cut choice. It's like, I'm 100% going.
Yeah, but I guess it'll be a very, very fun Olympics. We're going to be looking forward to that. It'll be from June to about mid-August lah. Okay. But after that, a whole year-round affair for the presidential elections, which is going to be taking place. The primary and the caucuses, they are all the way until July. And then the Republic Convention and the Democratic Convention is around July and August lah. Okay, so now the election itself is going to be in November, which is going to be a year away. And then after, I think the results come out in December or early Jan. So, Brendan, right, up to you. Who do you think is going to win? Because this is going to be the one decision that will affect the rest of the world.
Yeah. It really will affect severely.
Yeah, affect severely lah. And the two front runners, of course, are Biden and Trump.
Yeah. Honestly, I feel like neither should win.
For their own reasons. Right?
For their own reasons. Yeah, really. It's like, I don't understand why, like, are they still running? But like, okay, like, I understand why, but at the same time, I don't understand why,
Yeah, it's like those like, it's like, I'm sure, yeah, there's all.
Yeah, because the thing is,
there's also no clear, like, other choice between the two of them.
Correct. Yeah.
So it's like, it really feels like, oh yeah, it just has to be the two of them, lor.
Yeah, I feel it's such a bad sign, right? When you're thinking of like, which one would not be so bad? Like, which is the lesser of two evils? Yeah.
Like, you think which one is worse, then you pick the one that is
better. Yeah, which is so bad. It's like you're comparing your worst points, right? Because the good points aren't that.
Yeah.
Somehow or another, right? If you give me really the two choice, right? I would have to say, I'll pick actually Donald Trump.
Do you know what, Brendan? Throughout this whole episode, right, we have agreed on almost every single thing, correct?
Yeah, almost.
Maybe one or two things. Brother, in this one, right, I'm going to agree with you too.
I feel like one of the main reasons is for the fact that Joe Biden is just so old already,
He's old, brother. He's
damn old. And yeah, you can't have the leader of a country looking like a grandfather who's like, like, as in like, I understand like he makes good decisions, but the thing is, at that age, right, your mind starts to deteriorate. You may not be as sharp. It's common. You will not be as sharp. You will not make the best like as quick decisions. Even though you have a lot of advisors, when it gets a bit overwhelmed, you're leading one of like the world's leading country, biggest country, and you have to make such huge ass decision, right, where you affect millions if not billions of lives. Then it's like, cannot imagine that when you have that weight on your shoulder, right, and like you're at the age, right, how can you even like no matter how one should say, but age should catch up to you. It's like, wow, to hold the seat for another 4 years, it's like, wow.
And then, of course, we know the term like recency bias, right? But in politics, right, this is a huge thing, because the most thing that people remember is the most recent event or like the most recent situation. And I think that they can only remember the fact that like, okay, like when you look back at Trump, what is the things that he did not do well? He was not a good politician. So he was not good at like the politics stuff of like meeting people or like conducting himself in a way that a politician should lah. But he was good for business.
Wow.
Whereas now, if you look at Biden, right, businesses are suffering, and then like inflation is at like an incredible level. But I think, right, when it comes down to it, most people they'll vote with the mindset of money, like myself. Yeah, how am I gonna like protect my own money? Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So for that reason, right, I think Trump's gonna win lah. Yeah, he's gonna make America great again.
Let's make this again.
again. Then again, Trump also he's also old, but he doesn't come off looking as old as.
Correct. Like Biden is 81 years old. 81
What, Biden be 85 by the time his term ends.
85. Wow.
That was an interesting and fun episode. Brendan, at the end of the year, at the end of 2024, right, we will come back to these predictions. And then we will see how accurate everything is. Now that we've gone through all the predictions, do you feel confident in what you've picked?
I feel quite confident.
I feel confident. You know what? I feel quite confident too. And you know what? If we get everything wrong, right? You know what? We can say, we're not clairvoyant people. You know?
Yeah, because that's why. Who knows? The ball's round.
We did not say guarantees.
We did not ask you to bet on us.
Yeah. So interesting enough, that was our 2024 predictions episode.
Get out of here!
Oh, look at the time! The coffee shop is closing, but in the meantime, if you enjoyed the episode, please remember to give a like, thumbs up, and subscribe. We have episodes that drops every Monday, but in the same time, also, if you're into football, we have the Football Kaki that drops every Wednesday, and if you're into fun game show formats, we have our big podcast, the SG Drop Podcast, that drops every Friday. Also, if you're into fun and interesting tournament polls, you can head over to our Instagram. Every Monday to Thursday, we have a reoccurring knockout tournament that goes on, coinciding with this KopiBros episode. And this week's tournament will be the most anticipated event of 2024. So if you think the biggest event will be the Olympics, you can go and vote for that. Hopefully, everyone is going to have a nice and enjoyable 2024. But remember,
a kopi a day keeps your troubles away.
Faster,
higher,
stronger,
together.